Hello, welcome to Buzzing with Cousin Johnny here. How's everybody doing? We'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your day with your family and friends. And we're in the holiday season, so I want everybody to have a good time. And remember, get a designated driver, call an Uber, call a cab, call a Lyft driver, and everybody be safe. I want to remind everybody also to if you got want to get an unusual or something different for a gift for the holidays for Christmas, check out these farmers markets, and we got some great local artists and some really good crafters out there, and they got some really nice products, candles, baskets, whatever. But anyway, check it out. And okay, so I got a great show planned. So I'd like to introduce our guest. Our guest has written a book called Love and Loathing in Silicon Valley. She's from Monterey. She's an avid pickleball player, and she's a good and she loves to sing. So please welcome Karen Hinton. Karen, welcome to
Hey,
the show.
hi, cousin.
How are you?
I'm good.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
And
Good to see you too.
Karen, so I want to, how did you end up in Monterey?
Oh, divorce. Divorce. Actually, I was living in Morgan Hill, and I moved from Morgan Hill to Carmel when I got a divorce, and then I moved. Only person I know that moved from Carmel to Monterey. I
Okay.
wanted to live on the ocean, so
Yeah.
that's where I
So
live.
where did you grow up?
San Jose.
Okay. And so
Mhm.
you came down to Monterey and Carmel. So you kind of like the area then.
I like the area, and my niece and her husband and their two children live in Carmel. So those were the people I knew when I moved here. Um, yeah, I kind of had to get out of where I was living, too many memories. So I moved to Carmel. I've
Okay.
been
So
here 14 years.
great. Yeah. Good. Great to have you here, the
Yes,
community.
thank
And your book, Love and Loathing in Silicon Valley, I've been checking it out. It's got some really good reviews. And can you tell us about it? How did it happen? How did you write it?
So I'll try to make this really short. I always wanted to write a book. I always thought I'd write a travel book because I've traveled all over the world, and I never had the time to sit down and actually write. So when I moved here, and I had gone through just a horrible ordeal with my husband at the time, and I didn't have anything but time, I thought, okay, time to write my book. And instead of writing a book on travel, I wrote a book about what I'd just gone through with my husband and getting basically kicked out of my perfect life. I thought was a perfect life. So I had the time. So I bought a computer and got a Microsoft Word disk and put it in the computer and learned how to use Microsoft Word. And I sat down and started writing. And that's
Okay.
how it happened. Mhm.
Can you give us how what's it about?
It's about my ex-husband and myself, the life that we had in Silicon Valley. He was a pretty well-known commercial real estate executive there, and he was also a real adrenaline junkie, um, uh, extreme sports kind of guy. So he was pretty famous for his climbing Mount Everest 3 times and
Wow.
trekking in the Amazon, living in the Amazon jungle. He did for about 5 months and stuff like that. You know, he was just a crazy guy who made a lot of money and had a really good job.
He had a
So I
lot
wrote
of
about that and our love affair, and he had cancer, and so I wrote about alternative medicine with prostate cancer is what he was diagnosed with. They gave him 1 year to live, and that 1 year turned into 11 years. In the 6th year of that 11 years is when he dumped me and took off. So I was very depressed when I moved here. Did not know what to do with myself. So I thought, I'm going to write about what I just went through. And I did. And I got an agent in New York City who was supposed to get it published for me, but he didn't do a very good job at that. So I ended up getting a publisher in Morgan Hill who published it. And it's been selling for about 9 years now.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So so your ex-husband was a kind of an adventurous, climbing mountains, jumping out of planes,
Yeah.
whatever. Now,
You
did
name it, he did it.
you do it?
Yeah.
Did you do it also?
No, 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 no. I stayed home or, just kind of waited for him to come back. One time when he climbed Mont Blanc in France, I was with him then because I like going to Europe. So I,
Yeah.
sat around, waited for him to climb the mountain and come back. But I did not like going places that he went when he climbed mountains because he would go to Nepal and stay in Tibet and or just camp on the backside of Mount Everest, and I'm not really interested in camping
Give me
on the
the
backside of Mount Everest.
give me the hotel and room service and
That's what I'm into. Yes. Mhm.
the champagne coming.
Well, yeah, I'm not that spoiled, but yeah, I just don't like climbing and trekking and hiking and stuff like that.
So you were pretty much helping him out with the business and
We owned a lot of rental properties at that time, and I managed all the properties, and I did everything. We'd buy the homes, and then I would manage them. I did that for about 10 years. We were married for 23 years.
wow. Okay.
But I did everything. I fixed anything that broke in any of our rentals or at home, and I did plumbing, I did carpentry, I did everything. Gary would go to work, come home, and then go on his adventures, and I would take care of everything. That was kind of my job,
And
and I loved it actually while I was doing it.
then you were like really full bore working on when he had the cancer. You were looking for different alternatives, and
Yep, he
you were
ignored it, and I immersed myself in it.
a lot of research. Yeah. And then when I looked at your bio, then I remember back when I was in my probably 20s, early 30s, we used to take a little ride to Campbell, California, and go to the Bodega Club. And I heard you worked there.
Worked there for 7 years. Yes,
Wow.
sir.
That was that was the place to go. I mean, like, we would take a ride from Monterey and go, and it was hopping. So
it was a crazy, crazy place. And I worked there for 7 years. As a matter of fact, the man who got me my job there was going to be my husband in 13 years. We dated for 13 years. So he got me my job at the bodega. And then when we got married, I was still in the hospitality business. I was working at a place in Cupertino called the Blue Pheasant, which was also a really crazy place.
yeah.
So when we got married, then I stopped working. So I always say he got me in the bar business and he got me out of the bar business when he married me 13 years
That place
later.
is that place still there, Karen? Or?
The bodega is not there, but I have a really funny thing to tell you. The Blue Pheasant is still there, and the bartender I worked with bought the place, and he's still there. Yeah, at the Blue Pheasant in Cupertino.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Crazy. I know.
Well, take a
Worked out good for him.
field trip to the Blue Pheasant. But anyway, so basically, your book is like a memoir of your life in Silicon Valley with a high energy husband that was doing everything and anything. And
Yeah, it's just a short part of my life. It's not my whole life. That my book would be 5,000 pages. It's just a little part that I felt that I I wanted to help other people going through stress and depression and cancer and being left. I thought if I could help someone else by telling my story, that it'd be worth it.
That's great. And then then you just decided, well, I need a change. Then you said, I'm going to come to Carmel, and that's how that happened.
Right. Yeah.
Now you're here 14 years later. You're going strong, and
Yep.
yeah. So okay, Karen, I'm going to go a little different direction now. There's a sport that's taken everybody by. I mean, it's just a craze now all over, probably California and all over the United States, called pickleball, and you're an avid pickleball player.
I am an addict and proud of it.
So, how did you get into it?
I was a member of Carmel Valley Athletic Club
Yeah,
for 13 years. And a few years ago, they started teaching people to play pickleball. And I always watched people play tennis, and I always thought, oh, God, I wish I could play tennis. I'd be outside, and
yeah,
it looks like so much fun, but I have a bad shoulder and a bad hand and a bad elbow and a bad knee. So I thought, well, that's not going to happen. And then pickleball is a smaller version of tennis. You play it
yeah.
on half of a tennis court. So I thought, you know what? I can do that. So I learned how to play there, and I've been playing for about 4 years, I guess, but really a lot in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I noticed
totally
that
addicted.
there's some courts going up, and a lot of people are playing, and it seems like a lot of seniors could play too. I mean, it's not like a whole lot of running, right? Or
It's a lot of running.
oh, it is. All
Yeah,
right.
it's a lot of running because
Yeah,
yeah. And also a lot of 20-year-olds play it, a lot of
yeah,
teenagers play
yeah,
it. We have military people that are out there playing, guys in their early 30s that are regulars where I go and play. And I see you had Mark Thomas on your show
yeah. Mark
uh,
Thomas.
at about a month ago or something, and I play with him, and he's a fireman, but he's a really good player, and I'm just intermediate player. Um, but yeah, there's many places around here to play, and it's also really social. It's a real social
Yeah,
sport, and I've made so many wonderful new friends playing pickleball, and it's a real healthy addiction.
sounds like a good thing. Now,
But
there's courts all over, right? Where do you play? What's your favorite?
okay, well, they're all my favorite because when you're an addict, you go where the drugs are, and my drug is pickleball.
Yeah,
So there's Via Paraiso Park in Monterey, which is behind the high school on Via Paraiso Street,
right.
and
Or
Morris Dill Park in Pacific Grove, which is near the Forest Hill Manor. I go there. I go to, I'm a member of Chamasol, which is on Los Lorales grade. They have a pickleball membership, and I'm a member there. So I play there. Wheeler Street and Seaside.
okay, so yeah,
Um, Spanish Bay, I play there. Quail Lodge, I play there. I play everywhere.
yeah,
So certain courts have certain days that you can play.
yeah.
So that's why, I play at so many different places. Yeah, and like I said, and the Hyatt Regency just started a pickleball.
I saw that they really did a
Yeah,
nice job with that tennis center they got. They kind of, I don't know if they made it all pickleball, but at least half of it is
they've
pickleball.
got about 6 courts there, but they're temporary courts right now, and I think they're going to put some permanent courts in. It gets crowded out there. It gets crowded everywhere that pickleball is played because people from out of town come and they go to Monterey pickleball where to play, and then I've met people from all over the country playing pickleball that they travel.
Yeah. Now there's a Monterey
Oops, sorry,
pickleball.
travel with their paddles, with
Yeah.
the pickleball paddles. Yeah, there you go.
So there's a Monterey Pickleball Club.
There is. It kind of had to disband and not be a club during COVID
Yeah,
because organized things were not allowed, and they haven't really gotten together as organized as they were. I think they're waiting to see what's going to happen with what's going on in the world right now. But I do play with a lot of the people from the club. Yeah,
and now let's say someone's
we'll have to get you out there, Johnny.
I was thinking about it. Let's say
Yeah, you should.
somebody's listening right now. They're going, something I've been thinking about, just like me. I've been thinking about playing. What's the first thing to do? Did you
Uh,
go to a course
so
and start?
first thing to do is probably find out, where to go
Okay,
on what days, and maybe watch a few YouTube videos, which is how I learned to play
yeah,
because you can only, take so many classes. Just to kind of get the basics. If you know the basics, go wherever we're playing. We'll always have extra paddles, and a very welcoming group of people will teach you.
yeah.
I will teach you if you
Okay,
come
okay.
anywhere, Johnny. We'll talk about that
Okay.
later.
That sounds
Have some good court shoes though. No like flip flops
yeah,
or
decent court shoes. Yeah. Now I've talked to some players and everybody's really friendly and they're like ambassadors of the sport. Like, yeah, don't worry, come on, it's fun,
yeah.
it's great. Yeah, but I got a hip. Ah, don't worry, I got a bad back. Ah, don't worry. And not, I'm just saying, it's just I think it's a really good group, and I never played, but I love it. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? You have to come out. Well, I'll talk to you about it
Okay,
off
that's not
air. I'll let you know where we're going.
yeah. Now, Karen, I there's some people that have mentioned that they've been to the Mission Ranch, usually on Wednesdays, and they mentioned that you sing. Are you sing there, or you sit in, or what's going on?
I do sing there, and I sing there. Um, Anytime I go, I sing. But I'm not the only singer at Mission Ranch. There are a lot of singers, and anyone's welcome to get up and sing. But there are regular singers such as myself, and it's fun. I mean, where else can you go and do something and have people clap?
Yeah,
Give you
yeah.
applause when you're done. It's just really fun. And I've
Yeah.
never sung in my life. I just started singing. I don't know, just
Is-
happened. I love it. Yeah.
So you were like a shower singer, and now
Yes.
and
Mhm.
now you know
Hairbrush hairbrush singer,
perfect.
shower, car. Yeah.
You normally go there on Wednesday.
I go there any night.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any regular nights that I go, but it usually Wednesdays and Fridays, I'll be there, but sometimes I go Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So
It's every night of the week they have singing.
So
Uh,
they welcome any singers there.
mhm. Yep. A lot of drunk people get up and think they can sing and can't sing, but they get up and sing anyway, and we have a good time.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's Karen. It's really great that you had your life there at Silicon Valley, and that all ended, and then you ended up here, and you've really created a nice life for
Yeah.
yourself, playing
Thanks,
pickle,
Johnny.
enjoying life, playing pickleball, going out and singing. It just
I know. Uh,
life life is good.
Stuff that I never ever thought I would do or even thought about doing, I'm doing. But I think you have to make choices in life. You can wallow in your misery, uh, or you can pick yourself up and start over and make a new life. And that's what I chose to do. It wasn't easy, but
Yeah,
I did it, and I'm happy. And you're my friend,
you did
and
it. You're happy, and you're my
mhm.
friend too, and it's great to be your friend.
Thank you, Johnny. Do you remember when we met, you and me?
Yeah, I think wasn't there a show in Carmel? I think it was. Was there a show?
Halloween
Oh, Halloween. Yeah, I
at
had.
the not Mission Ranch, but the
was
Mission Inn on Rio Road.
Oh yeah, on Mission Inn. Oh
You
yeah.
had you had your waiter outfit on
Oh yeah. I
with
still
a tray.
Karen. Karen, I still
You still have it?
I still use the same. I got to go to different places every year so they don't recognize me. But the funny
Yeah.
thing happened this year is I was so busy. Well, I don't know why I'm so busy. I don't really work. I just work one day a week. But I was, and I was Halloween. I said I'm gonna just go out. What the hell is Halloween? So I get the costume out. Haven't worn it in a week and a half, and it didn't fit. It was like,
Oh,
oh my god!
oh,
I already told some people I was gonna meet them, so I figure I can't
yeah.
buckle the pants, but I'll tighten my belt, and because that outfit had an apron, so no one will
Yeah,
see
yeah.
I'll have an apron on. And then I noticed there was a pair of white pants in a corner, and I grabbed them. I don't know what I was doing with them, but I squeezed those on, so that was okay to go out. So yeah,
You got the COVID-19 pounds.
I did. Yeah, so I immediately ordered another pair, and I got them in the closet now. They're still in the package. We're getting ready for next year. Yeah.
Oh, good, good, good.
So
Yeah.
so Karen, so how does somebody order the book?
Oh, well, Amazon carries it. Here, I'll show you the cover. That's it
Okay, nice.
right there. I
Okay.
don't know. Can you see it there?
Yeah.
So
Oh
that's
yeah.
what it looks like on Amazon. You just go to memoir and you type in Love and Loathing in Silicon Valley. It's on Kindle and paperback. It's just like not that big. It's about a 2.5 hour read. Well, I can't do that. There we go.
Yeah.
About a 2.5 hour read. And it's 5-star. The reviews are really good. And I have people send me emails thanking me for sharing my story. And
A
I
lot
get a
of
lot of hugs from people I know that have read it. And
a lot of
it's,
people could be in your shoes. You know what I mean? That
yeah,
need a little bit of help.
yeah.
A man or
Johnny,
either way. Yeah.
yeah, I always say everyone has a story. I mean, everyone has a story.
Everybody has a
And the
story.
only difference is that I actually sat down and wrote about mine.
What kind of
Um,
I knew you and I met you, and every now and then we see each other out usually at the Sandbar and Grill.
mhm.
I had no clue that you were an author, or you know what I mean. It was like like you said, everybody has a story
Mhm.
until you start talking to somebody, and
Yeah,
you
it's
they get
true. I
story.
mean, I've known people for years and I don't know their stories until, you actually do. Like you said, you sit down, you start talking to them and you go, I didn't know you were a doctor or, I didn't know you were a philosopher or whatever it is. But yeah, because you say, hi, how are you?
Yeah,
Have something to eat, glass of wine, talk with a lot
sounds
of
good.
people.
So I
Anyway.
just want to tell all the listeners out there to get the book by Karen Hinton, Love and Loathing in Silicon Valley. Get the book. And if you want to get some activity, think about pickleball. And
Mhm.
you want to go out and have a drink and hang out, you don't have to sing. Go to the Mission Ranch and just hear some of those people that are like yourself that aren't, I mean, they're just there and they get up and sing. It's like, wow, this
I know,
guy,
I get blown away by
this
people that
where this
really know how to sing and get up
it's
and
not like
sing.
drunk singing. So, but anyway, so Karen, it's really great to have you on and spending time here on Buzzing with Cousin. I appreciate it, and thank you so much. And we'll have to make a date for the pickleball.
Yeah,
You got to
absolutely.
get me out,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah. I will. Thank you, Johnny.
Okay,
It's been
Karen.
great being here with you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye. Okay, Karen Hinton, Love and Loathing in Silicon Valley, a memoir. Anyway, thank you so much for everybody for tuning in and buzzing with Cousin. And remember, if you can, shop local. If you can, be careful out there. The holiday season Main thing is have fun and enjoy the friends here in this great community of Monterey. So I'll see everybody next week. And next Tuesday, we'll have another show. So everybody be safe. Happy Thanksgiving. And remember, don't booze and cruise. Bye.